Easy, guys. I put my pants on, just like the rest of you, one leg at a time. Except, once my pants are on, I make gold records.
What's up, vinyl community and everybody out there in the YouTube land? Spin Doctor and his Vinyl Mayhem. It's Kendall, and today I have another video for you. This time, it's been a couple weeks, 2.5, maybe almost 3, I think. I did say it was gonna be a little bit in between videos just because a lot's been going on at home. A little bit of an update there. My wife had her surgery this past Tuesday. Went well. She was in the hospital for a couple days. She came home on Thursday, so I've been home with her. That's why I was able to make this video today on a Monday. But she's doing good. She's doing really good. The doctor was really happy with how things went. Surgery went for it went for like 4 hours. A little bit longer than he expected, but he was happy with the outcome. She was obviously in a lot of pain afterwards, but she's home. She's moving around. It's going to be, they said, about a full 3-month recovery for everything. They don't want her to, be bending up and, and twisting and all that kind of stuff and lifting a whole lot. But she is walking and doing stuff like that. So good. We're expecting some good results. We're happy. So, but that's not what you're here for. I mean, if you are, thank you. And I appreciate your love and support. I know some of you out there have been supportive, and I appreciate it. But you're here for the records, of course. At least I would assume. That's, it's in the title. So let's get down to it. I'm going to try to zoom through these real quick. These are records that I've picked up the last few weeks. So let's get into it. All right. Don't know what that was. Sorry, guys. Trying to multitask. I got stuff done. So first 2 records I'm going to show are the first Vinylphyles I have ever purchased. Yes, Vinylphyle from You Discover, all that good stuff. These were announced just last week, and I've already gotten them. Ordered them on a Thursday, and they arrived on a Sunday. That may be the best shipping and receiving I've ever gotten from any website, period. That wasn't Amazon. Straight from the distributor, and they arrived in great shape. Couldn't be more thrilled. And that is the Jellyfish, Spilt Milk, and Heart Dreamboat Annie. I know what you're thinking. Dreamboat Annie's been done so many times. Jellyfish, not so much, but so let's get into that real quick, actually. Both of these are gatefolds. 1 disc, 2 disc. So I don't have an original of either one of these. I'll go ahead and say that right now. I did purchase the Mobile Fidelity 2x45 RPM of this. And, it wasn't bad. I mean, I know some people have come out and said it wasn't great, and some people said it was really good. I was happy with it, but I gotta say, I'm more happy with this one. I will say this, I like the fact that it's obviously 1 disc, it's 33 RPM. I like the fact that it's got the Capital label. I also like the fact that it's cut all analog. Mobile Fidelity doesn't really do that anymore. This was cut all analog by Joe, what's his name? Joe Nino Hernandez, over at Sterling. Pressed at RTI, 180 gram, all that good stuff, But the gatefold's really nice. I like the fact that it's not pure white, because the originals are not pure white, whereas the Mobile Fidelity is pure white. So this looks more like an original. It's very cool. If they wanted to go full original, they would have done the Mushroom label, but Mushroom has not been around for a long time. They went with the Capital, which was the reissue label, which Capital obviously is owned by them anyway. So But no, very happy with the sound. I actually had to turn it down when I first put it on. So very punchy, very in your face, very happy with that. Magic Man, you know, is the opening track. So very happy with this, very happy. Like I said, I don't have an original to compare it to, but I did compare it to my Mobile Fidelity, and I gotta say, I like this one better. So probably be moving on from my Mobile Fidelity pressing. Next, Jellyfish. This was spread out on 2 discs. Still 33 RPM. The second side has an etching, but not like a full-on etching. Just a message from Roger Joseph Manning Jr. Nothing real big or anything. So quality control again, really, really good. Discs were nice and clean. And sound. I thought it was very, very well-rounded sound. Again, I don't have an original to compare it to, and I don't have the reissue that came out a couple years ago. These again were cut by Joe at Sterling. It says from an all-new remaster. I don't know what that means exactly, but again, pressed RTI. Got a nice gatefold here. You know, I have to say I'm very impressed with the Vinylphyle. Very, you know, a lot like the Rhino Hi-Fi. Very, very well priced for what you get, in my opinion. These aren't numbered, unlike the Rhino Hi-Fi. So, but the quality's there. So I give them both 2 thumbs up. Very happy with the sound quality as well. Like I said, very well rounded. But again, I didn't have anything to compare it to. So to the Rhino Hi-Fi. So they did announce, you know, 2 new titles. They announced the Stooges Funhouse and Velvet Underground Loaded. I'm not the hugest Velvet Underground, although if I would have purchased one, I probably would have been loaded. But I did purchase Funhouse because I did already have the self-titled, so I did get the Funhouse. And I also went ahead and I got the T-Rex just because I didn't have a copy of this. One thing about this record, very hard to find originals, very clean and without the ring wear and all that, because it's, you know, black cover. So I just went ahead and I pulled the trigger, because normally when I buy these, I like to buy more than one record so you get more for your, you know, the shipping, because the shipping's so much. So got both of these. Very happy with the sound and quality, of course. I can't say a whole lot about these except for I don't have originals to compare them to. Originals of these are just so freaking expensive. But, you know, I'm not the biggest Stooges fan, but I figured since I already had the self-titled, might as well go ahead and get the Funhouse too. That's where they get you. I wish they would just go ahead and complete out the first 4 Black Sabbaths so I can get those, because I already have the first 2. But anyway, so very happy with these. So won't say much about that. So I did, for the first time ever, purchase from Permanent Records on Instagram. You know, I've been following them for a long time, just never made a purchase. And I decided to pull the trigger, and Lance, I will say this, I think he does a good job. What he shows, you know, and says, hey, this is a VG or VG Plus, gotta say, I think he's doing a good job with that. This is one of the records I got. This is JJ Cale, Naturally. If you're unfamiliar with this record, such a great record. JJ Cale, this is his debut album. This is a Netherlands pressing on the Philips label. And this thing sounds so good. Came out in 1970 or 71, I can't remember which, one of those 2. This has so many great songs. It's got After Midnight, it's got Call Me the Breeze, which of course both of those went on to be covered by numerous artists. Eric Clapton with After Midnight, Call Me the Breeze. Probably the biggest, most well-known cover of that was Lynyrd Skynyrd. But both of them were written by this man right here. JJ Cale, such a great songwriter, great guitar player. He was great friends with Eric Clapton. They performed together. They released an album together. but it's actually because of Eric Clapton that J.J. Cale became more well known. Little backstory: J.J. Cale, John Cale, was actually a sound guy, a technician for, I believe, Leon Russell, and he was told, you need to change your name because going by John Cale out here in California, because he's originally from Oklahoma, not going to get you anywhere, because John Cale from the Stooges was, you know, very well known. So he changed his name to JJ. Released a single back in the 60s. The B-side was actually After Midnight. That's what Eric Clapton heard and released that on his debut album, his solo debut album, and got really popular. And so then when J.J. Cale went to go record this album, he re-recorded it and re-released it because of the popularity of it. And that's why this, I think, became kind of a semi-hit at the time. But such a great album. Just great blues, kind of a country-ish blues, kind of like the Eagles, I would say. Just a great, phenomenal album. I need to get more of his stuff, but I couldn't help but pull the trigger on that one. And then I finally was able to get, and he had this very, very well priced, and he had it as a VG cover, VG Plus vinyl, and thumbs up on that. This one he had as well. This is Warren Zevon, self-titled. This was actually his second album, came out in 1976, 6 years after his first. Love this album. Been wanting to find an original of it and not get the reissue. Finally got one. This is on the Asylum Records, same label as like the Eagles and stuff. Speaking of the Eagles, the people that played on this record, oh my gosh. When you think of the people that played on this record, you have, besides Warren Zevon, you have Jackson Browne, who produced it, Lindsey Buckingham, Stephanie Nicks, also known as Stevie. You have Phil Everly of the Everly Brothers. You have Don Henley. You have Glenn Frey. You have Carl Wilson of the Wilson Brothers. Yeah, just, you know, just a who's who. But such a great album. So glad to have a copy of this. Songs like Frank and Jesse James, so good. I'll Sleep When I'm Dead, so good. Muhammad's Radio, and of course my absolute favorite, probably my favorite song of his, Carmelita, so good. Matter of fact, Dwight Yoakam did a cover of Carmelita, which is really good as well. But so happy to pick this up. Again, he had this one as a VG cover. I'll give him that one, but it's still in good shape. And a VG Plus plays great. And then I jumped on this one because I am a huge Lenny Kravitz fan, and I'm really wanting to hold out to get originals of his first few albums and not the reissues. And this is an original of Let Love Rule. And this is, of course, his first album. Such a great album. Oh my gosh. All songs written by Lenny, except for a couple, which were also written by his then wife. Her name is all of a sudden Lisa Bonet. Thank you. Just came to me. She wrote the words to Fear, and one other song is escaping me. But great soul, rock, almost psychedelic soul at times. Just a great album. He had this one as a VG Plus and a VG cover, but honestly the cover to me is as good as a VG Plus as well. I think the reason he may have VG covered it is because there's this little cutout right here, but to me that doesn't make it a VG, because this thing is in great shape. Vinyl, again, great, and I think I paid a great price for this as well. I don't think I overpaid. But such a great album. Lenny, such a great artist. He played almost every instrument on this except for like the horns and I think the piano. Everything else was played by him. Such a good album. Love this album. Let Love Rule, still a staple in his shows. There's like the label, if you can see that. But there's just so many other great songs on this besides Let Love Rule. You've got Sitting on Top of the World, such a good Mr. Cab Driver, which, I mean, such a good song too, and based on true events of his life. But don't play that around children. And then this is actually a new album that just came out. Pre-ordered this months and months ago, and it came out beginning of the month. Jay Buchanan, Weapons of Beauty. If you don't know who Jay Buchanan is, he is the lead singer of Rival Sons. This isn't like Rival Sons. This isn't that straight up rock in your face. This is more of a singer-songwriter. Think, honestly, kind of reminds me of Nebraska by Bruce Springsteen, but very much acoustic singer-songwriter vibes. But Jay Buchanan's got just that powerful voice, and it shows off here. It's on a very cool limited vinyl. Very, very cool. Again, this was a exclusive website. You can see that. Very, very cool. Love this. Love Jay Buchanan. The guy can do no wrong, in my opinion. But very, very good record. Very happy to have gotten it. Again, it came out beginning of this month. Check it out if you are a fan of singer-songwriters, and if you're a fan of Rival Sons, I think it's worth it too, just because if you love Jay Buchanan's voice, you'll love this. This is the last one I'm going to show. This was a blind buy that I picked up, and I love it because this is a psychedelic record that I picked up at Mad Jack's. Just jumped in there after eating dinner with the family for my middle daughter's birthday at this Mexican restaurant, which is behind Mad Jack's. And the cover is what spoke to me. I saw that and I said, well, that's kind of interesting. And it's called Fields. The band's name is Fields. The album is Fields. It's on that Uni label right there. And this is awesome because came out in 1969, I believe. 3-piece band. These guys broke up before the album was actually released. Think Iron Butterfly, Cream, that type of thing. Very heavy on the organ and bass. Very thick, fuzzed out guitar. Very, very cool. Like I said, very psychedelic. California psychedelia. Cover's not in the best of shape, but it's not terrible. I mean, it's still put together. It's one of those very cool trifold slipcase things. And the back, it doesn't have the song titles on the back, but it's got this weird thing that doesn't make any sense that I think one of the guys wrote. And there's 6 songs, and the 6th song, which is the last song, the only song on side 2, is a 19-minute opus called Love is the Word, written by all 3 of the guys. Just very, very cool. And this thing was actually in really great shape. And when I did my research on it, I couldn't find it on Apple Music. It is on Spotify. Go check that out. I mean, maybe Acid Archives has some more info on it, but I had to really search the web for this. Again, never been reissued. There's some bootlegs out there of it, but only pressed in the US, the UK, and I think like Japan, maybe. And maybe South America. But it's kind of a heavily sought out record. I picked it up for a very good price, and then I saw it selling online for triple digits. So I was like, okay, all right. I think I did pretty good. Anyway, that's what I got for you today, guys. Hope you enjoyed what I showed you. Maybe it spurred you guys on to go look for some stuff. If not, hey, I understand. I'm also wearing my buddy Doug, Big Love Vinyl, wearing his new zip-up hoodies. Just came out this past week, I think. Go check them out on biglovevinyl.com. Go to gear and order you one of these. You can get them in a couple different colors. This is one of his new label, or his new, what you call it? You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, very cool. Go O's, spring training has started. Baseball season, I love it. Anyway, I love supporting my buddy Doug and all my other pals out there as well. Love supporting small businesses, biglovevinyl.com in Oak Island. I love supporting Riverbend Records. Shout out to Billy Well, supporting Noble Records, of course. Dylan, he doesn't need that much support though. He's I'm just kidding. But anyway, if you guys liked what you saw today, give me that old thumbs up. Maybe subscribe. Leave me some comments down below. All that good stuff. But until next time, it may be a little while. Also, check out my Instagram, where I always post what I'm spinning as well. Until next time, peace and love. Bye.